On September the 7th, 1945, Berlin saw the first parade with the newest Soviet IS-3 heavy tanks. Viewers were impressed. The IS-4, an even heavier tank, saw service the following year, while the IS-7 was undergoing testing. Its armor could easily sustain the jagged Tiger's fire, while the 130mm gun could handle any possible enemy. The IS-7 weighed a whopping 68 tons, but its powerful diesel engine could propel it at 60 kilometers per hour anyway. Best gun, thick armor, high speed. It offered uncompromising performance. The description sounds almost perfect, but reality soon proved that these new heavy tanks were too heavy. So heavy, in fact, that railway platforms and most bridges could not support them. And how do you tow a 68-ton tank when it's stuck or broken down? That's why the IS-4 was soon discontinued, and the IS-7 became a museum exhibit. Meanwhile, the engineers were tasked with creating another heavy tank, but this time with a mass capped at 50 tons. The result of their work received the name of T-10. It did resemble the IS-3 on the outside, but it was a completely different machine. It inherited a series of unusual ideas from the IS-7. For instance, curved sides, improved torsion bar suspension, and a fanless cooling system. The T-10's armor and gun weren't much different from its predecessor, the IS-4, but its mobility was way better. Who said a heavy tank must be a slow one? Thanks to its great engine and a new transmission, the T-10 could compete with a medium tank. The improved M modification managed to achieve a decent maximum speed of 50 kph. The T-10M was one of the best tanks for its class and time. Those who drove it praised its dynamics, speed, and a soft suspension that did a good job at smoothing bumps. Other tanker's amenities included a gun stabilizer, a night vision device, nuclear fallout protection, and even a deep wading system. Still, this tank became the last produced heavy tank for the Soviet Union. It might be obvious considering how MBTs replaced the whole class of heavies, but both medium and heavy tanks could be considered main battle tanks. The T-72, for instance, was officially called a medium tank. So why didn't heavy tanks become MBTs? The key reason is price. With all its advantages, the T-10M was too complex and expensive, and all later developments only increased the price tag. The Army needed a mass replacement for the T-54, preferably of the same weight. Moreover, with the new tank rounds and missiles, tanks needed a completely new type of armor. Previously, when you wanted better armor, you increased its thickness, changed its shape, and added sloping. But no steel armor is strong enough against heat. Tanks needed composite and reactive armor. So it was time for the 70-ton monsters to retire forever.